Hey everyone. Yesterday on Sunday the 12th, I went to my locals. I got second place. I technically did go undefeated. I went 3-0-1, so 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. Um, the matches I remember, I played Bestial branded or branded Bestial. And then I know I played I think his name was Anthony. He was the guy who won a regional not that long ago with um Magical Musket Mech Knights. I'm not sure if it was Catskill or something else. Uh like the regional. So I went up against him and we ended up drawing just because he was playing this crazy deck. It was Springens, Dogmatica, um Megalith. And that deck was just going and going and going. Unfortunately for him, his main combo took 18 and a half minutes. Mine also took a pretty long time, where I just like ripped cards out of his hand, made it so he just couldn't play. So we ended up going into time and drawing out. Um, and then I 2-0'd the branded Bestial. Um, I don't remember what my other two matches were. I think one, I don't remember, but I know I played those two. So nothing really changed from the last list to this list. As you can see, pretty much all of it is the exact same, except for one card. So I'll just go through the list. So, two Brow, two Ceruli. I from playing with this, I think I might cut this down to one. It's still a really good card if you have Silva or the new Rainbow. Even in certain situations, Snow, if they hand trap you and you can summon it back to use as link material, it's not bad. But I kept drawing into it off of my gates and off of archives, which was extremely annoying because I already had one in hand most of the time, or I searched one off of Snow, so it just became useless. So I might drop it down to one just because having two in the deck I feel like is the correct number, but it kept bricking me um, whenever I needed to extend play rather than have Ceruli be searched to my hand to rip cards on hand, which I did. I know I did that in every match. I was able to successfully resolve Silva for two. One of them I did Silva for four. That was kind of cool. We have the two Danger Bigfoot, two Choop, one Moth, two Nessie, one Ogopogo. This one is okay. It's just like a dark level 8. It's not really that good when I was practicing with it, but I'm still going to keep it in just because it's still okay. It's just okay enough to run just for the draw one and the body. One Thunderbird. Um Funny enough, besides just being level 8 body, the top one spell trap actually did come up. One Jackalope, one Tsuchinoko, three Genta, three Brow, or I'm sorry, three Grapha, one Parl, which is still amazing. Even from my last video when I said I might up this, I'm still thinking about it because this came up in like all of my matches again where I discarded, summoned out something like Genta or Snow from Grave, and then bounced back for a Rainbow Grapha, and then continued to extend because I had Silva or Snow back in hand. This card was amazing. The one addition is Phantom Sky Blaster. Thank you, Nick, for mentioning this a long time ago. When the structure deck first came out, he said that this was, just mentioned to me it's a level 4 fiend and it summons tokens, so you can either use the token in itself as material for Muckraker or even like IP, or you can use the Sky Blaster as a additional extender for level 4 plays for like Dugares, and then you can use the token for something else. Uh, three Rainbow, three or two Silva, three Snow, one Salamander Catalyzer. This card was amazing. I might put this to two and cut out some other stuff like Accession, for example. I ran two of these. Again, I feel like it's the correct number, but for what I was trying to do today, which was just combo, I wasn't really focused on ripping cards on hand. I wasn't really worried about that because with the board that I set up, it's like a three mat Apollosa, Hope Harbinger, the fusion, with the Galaxy Lord. You can't you just unless you specifically have Dark Ruler or Forbidden Droplet, pitch four cards, and even then, in all my matches, I was able to set 4 cards. So I would set the counter trap, an accession, puppetry, something else. It was just impossible to play through. So I might cut this down to 1, and I might cut Ceruli down to 1, and bump Salamander, Catalyzer up by 1, and maybe something else like Parl up by 1 more. So yeah, we had 2 Accession, amazing card. 1 Archives. Maybe I'll put this one up actually. This came up when I was able to have this enhanced starting or search it. It was amazing. I love the pitch 1, increase level, then it triggers in like succession with whatever you just pitch. So chain like 1 Silva or Snow because they're mandatory, and then chain like 2 Archives, pitch, draw 2, and then search. It was amazing. Puppetry came up a lot. Banish 3 cards, discard a fiend, and then you proc your fiend effect. And then you can use this defensively as well. So you can banish your, like if they bestial your Grapha Rainbow, you can puppetry, banish Genta, banish Salamander, banish just any card, and then use the secondary effect, banish, and just add back the the whatever they banish. So then the bestial just became a useless card. 3 gates and 1 punishment. This did come up. It was good. I used it when, I was going up against Brandon. I just had it set, and they did scoop, and I revealed the whole time that I had this set just in case. It was just like, it wasn't even win more. It was actually pretty necessary because they were almost they got through my 3-mat Apo and my Hope Harbinger. So all I had left was my Grapha and the punishment. So I still, had enough, but then I'm still thankful that I had the punishment set just in case they were going to try to special summon something. So, and then you discard a fiend, and I had Graph in hand, which would have given me the additional pop on field. So it negates, destroys that card, and then a new chain you can activate Grapha to pop a card. Side deck, side deck's nothing special. This is, right before the new ban list, so I was still prepping for a tier element. I didn't really care about Kashtira because if I just went up against Kashtira, I knew I was dead anyway. So I figured I'd just, prep for everything else. So 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Lightning, 3 Twin, 3 Deck Devastation, 3 evenly matched. It was okay. Extra deck, 2 Grapho, 1 Giant Trainer. I love this card so much. It's so corny, but it's so good. 1 Dingirsu. I never go into this, but it's a good defensive card. Then we got the Galaxy Eyes package, these 3. I'm leaving this in here mostly because of Cashier, because this is the one where it can attack multiple times. I just like it. Then you can overlay into full armor, detach, pop 1, then Cipher Blade, detach, pop 1. I use these 3 cards in 2 out of my 4 matches. I do know that in my Bestial Branded and the Megalith, Dogmatica, Amalgamation, whatever the hell. I was able to use all 3 of these. So overlay 2 level 8s, overlay, pop, and then I just used Cipher Blade as link material for Muckraker, IP, or Akashic to bounce whatever else back to hand. 1 Hope Harbinger, great card. Dugress, amazing card. Photon Lord, didn't use, I used it, I overlaid into it today, but I didn't actually get to use it because they just scooped. Akashic, Apo, IP, Mech Knight, and Muckraker. So just wanted to make this to update everyone. This deck is still okay. It's really bad against Kashtira. It's really bad against Exosister and Flu, because anything that can drop D Shifter just kills this deck entirely. Bestial's not that bad because you do have a searchable way with puppetry. You can search puppetry with Snow, then get whatever they banish back. So I'm not, you can play through 1 Bestial, you just can't play through more than 1 Bestial. Droll and Lockbird kills this deck. I mean, Droll and Lockbird kills a lot of decks right now, but this deck just can't even play. You can probably make a rank 8 or IP Muckraker pass into Mech Knight, but then they'll just out that if they have any sort of non-targeting. So it's an okay deck. It's definitely a good deck for locals, maybe even regionals. I think that there is a lot of top tier potential with this deck. It's just too fragile right now, with Cashier kind of floating around, because if they banish your cards off top of your deck, or they banish specific cards out of your extra deck, because as you can tell, pretty much everything except for the fusion are just one-ofs. So they could banish the rank 8 right here, the 107, and then your whole engine for all this is offline. So now you lose not only one, but use three cards in your extra deck. They could turn off your Giant Trainer, which turns off your one of your main piece combos to draw 3 burn. Akashic for the loop, IP for Apo or Mech Knight, or if they banish Muckraker, which is huge for this deck, it just kills your strategy. So if you're going up against Kashira, you definitely need to probably find a way to main deck 3 viable outs to them. Like you probably do 3 Lava Golem because you don't really normal summon in this deck. You do have Phantom Sky Blaster. You could normal summon to bounce like Grapha if you need to, but it doesn't happen all that often. So you could do like 3 Lava Golem, you could do Book of Eclipse, but I just wouldn't take this to a match against like not even a match, but to a place I know there's gonna be a lot of Kashira, like the LA Nationals. I'm going there. This is not the tech that I'm bringing because if I brought this, I would not even get close. I'd be at table 500. Um, but it's really good at locals. No one really sees it coming. No one really sides against it. And everyone who does run hand traps that isn't draw just doesn't do enough. You can ash the dangers, but you can just reactivate them. You can ash the snow, but that's given that it wasn't just chain blocked by mandatory Silva, Grapha, or any other effects that can activate in sequence, like any of your other dangers, because even though they're optional, they occur at the same time. So it's really good. Um, but yeah, against Kashira, Flunder, and Exosister, it just can't play. So be careful if you are going to play this, but play it. It's still fun, it's still viable. So that's the update. So really the only addition was Phantom Sky Blaster. So that's it. Take care.